and students. And versatile coach utilizes various assessment and techniques to assist in identifying and providing appropriate intervention. MashaAllah. Her qualification includes PhD thesis and MSc in applied psychology. She is a resource person in many of the leading institutes and she holds a membership of British Psychological Society. MashaAllah. And her projects are amazing and awesome. And her projects on anxiety level of 10th and 12th students and content development for teachers counselor. It's manual under SCERT Chennai. Her presentations on she has authored and co-authored and presented papers on various topics at top center across the world, national and international level. Alhamdulillah. And her awareness programs are she's actively involved in various awareness programs and traveling to different parts of the countries to educate people and to create awareness on the learning and growth and development. May Allah reward you. Finally, we can see her awards. She is awarded first prize for stall at Kids Expo organized by Indian Academy of Pediatrics. She is awarded Best Stall for IQ Assessment and Learning Difficulty and Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder and Child Guidance Clinic Stall in Kids Expo by Kanchi. Kamakochi Child's Trust Hospital. We are immensely happy, ma'am, to have Faz Jahan ma'am in today's program, and we welcome you, ma'am, in today's program. We really blessed that you are here with us, and Jazakallah khair, ma'am, for being with us today. We love to hear from you, ma'am. Over to you now. Yes, I'd like to speak. Yes, Aziz sir, is there? Yes, here. It's audible there.
We can hear, ma'am. Yeah. I think I'm waiting for Faizahan, ma'am. Are you ready? We can go ahead and get
Yeah,
started.
I am
Yeah.
ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
We
can
can go
start.
ahead and get started with the program. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome assalam to everybody over there. And it's like it gives me immense pleasure to be a part of GPS school. And I'm especially grateful to Sev Bhai and Abdul Majid Bhai for including me into their academic progress in the past few years. And I am glad to present a topic which is a bit complicating, at the same time interesting and fun if you take it in a very positive way. And let's start off without wasting time. I will see that I will try to give my best in addressing the issues what each parent, what as a parent I myself face. And I will see that I'll be able to discuss with in English and Urdu simultaneously. So let's go ahead. It is a wider topic. We are talking about understanding children through parenting lifestyle and styles of different parenting as such. So what do you think about parenting? Because each one have different perception towards parenting. Each one's way of looking into bringing up the children is totally different. So if you see this picture, you can just see one person thinks that there are only 4 lines and the other person says no, it is only 3 lines. So every parent had a doubt about am I doing the justice? Am I giving the right disciplining in the child? Or there's something wrong that is going on. So it is all about what you see in your child. So most of the time, as parents, we try to find a lot of negative behavior. We try to observe only the negativity in the child. We rarely appreciate the good things that we see in the children. So if a child is playing in the mud, we don't encourage the child no, chalo bhaiya, khelo tumhe. No problem. But immediately we say no, it is muddy, you will get infected. So we try to invite.
Faiz, ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. Can you adjust the camera? I mean, we are not able to see properly. So, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Now it is fine, bye.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
So we don't really try to help the child enjoy what he is really want to do, but we try to imbibe our rules, our perception into the child's life, which is actually confusing to the child and to the parent also. So basically, what is parenting? Who is involved into it? It is both the father, the mother, and the extended family members. But here, what happens is like mothers are often thought like their responsibility is like खाना पकाना, बच्चों को देख लेना, घर देख लेना, इतना. Father, उनका role mainly like no, okay, mother is going to take care of everything. My responsibility is like चलो खाली पैसा ले लेंगे, धर्मा लेंगे हम लोग, family को देख लेंगे. Whatever financial support they have to give, they focus only on that, so that they don't want to disappoint the entire family. They want to keep the family with enough content. So there are a lot of difference between like understanding the children. It is not the mother alone who is involved into teaching or rest of the things. It is equally the father who has to involve into the child's life, because it is not only the financial benefits what we are going to give to the child, but the emotional, physical, social and intellectual development that we are going to give it to the child. चलो हो गया, मैं पूरी चीजें लेकर आकर घर में दे दिया तो मेरा काम खत्म नहीं, वहां से काम खत्म नहीं होता है फादर का. एंड एट द सेम टाइम इट डजंट मीन दैट लाइक एक मदर का रोल आके लाइक बच्चों को खाना टाइम से दे देना, कपड़े दे देना, उनको ट्यूशन को भेज देना, ऐसा नहीं है. उनका भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है बच्चों के डेवलपमेंट में. सो अल्टीमेटली जब ये वैल्यूज अब इनकलकेट करते हैं बच्चों में, तब उनका ग्रोथ, उनका पर्सनालिटी, लेट इट बी इन एनी वे, स्पेशली इमोशनल लेवल में, they find it very easily to handle the society. So it is like it is seen that environment plays a role. So where the child is growing, which environment, घर का माहौल कैसा है, अम्मी अब्बा का interaction कैसा है. So it is not that like no, parents keep fighting and the child keeps observing and the next day you expect the child to happily go to school. No, that is not possible. Unless and until you don't keep the environment in a healthier way, the society where you live in a better way, it is very difficult to expect your expected behavior from the child, because the environment is not like no giving him the enough feedback or the resources for a betterment. So basically genetically what it takes into the child is like no 70% from the mother and only 30% from the father. In fact, there is a study wherein like the intellectual ability of the child depends upon the mother's intellectual ability rather than the father's intellectual ability as such. So I came to know that the earlier speaker had spoken to you about all the parenting style, authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and uninvolved parents. So if you are able to identify yourself in which parenting style that you are, then it is much easier for you as a parent to discipline, to encourage, to make a better person in the society. When there is a lot of difference of opinion among the fathers and mothers. And generally, it is seen that psychologically, fathers tend to give more importance to the daughters and mothers to their sons. It is actually psychologically, a paper has been proved related to this, wherein the opposite genders get attracted. So the same way, like fathers tend to give more importance to the daughters. So when there is a difference of opinion or difference of interaction among the father and the mother, giving priority to the gender as such, there leads a lot of confusion among the siblings. And why there is a lot of difference? Because the father comes from a different family, the mother comes from a different family, their background is different, the socio-economic status is different, education is different. They have their own personality, which may affect the child as such. So when there is a lot of difference of opinion between the father and the mother in handling the children, it automatically affects the child's personality. So whatever you have to do, it can be related to the academic or getting a gift to the child. See that you discuss prior. It should not be the father is the head of the family and he only has the right to decide things. No, definitely not. The mother is also equally important into the family, and she has to be informed or discussed about any particular activity related to the child. So when you have a different style of parenting, and no, you don't know exactly what you're doing is right or wrong, all those things, see that you get into some guidance, you take some guidance, either from your known people who can help you out with these particular issues, or from the professions. And see that you identify your lifestyle, how much you can adopt the child into your lifestyle, and how much it doesn't affect the child as such. Support the child, encourage the child, and see that you don't show your difference of opinion in front of the child. And when you have this different parenting style, it automatically affects the child. As I told you earlier, it confuses the child. So should I listen to Abba or to the Ammi? What should I do? So there is a lot of favorism, the child will try to cling on to one particular parent, or try to observe some different behaviors from either of the parents, which can either lead to depression or to guilt conscious as such. Parent, we should know what our child likes, what he or she does not like, because each child is unique. अभी आपके 3 बच्चे हैं या 2 बच्चे हैं, each one will have different personality. एक बच्चे का सोचने का इरादा अलग रहेगा, दूसरे बच्चे का अलग रहेगा, दोनों का मैच नहीं होगा. You will feel more comfortable when you have your first child, handling your first child. You feel like, no, okay, fine, I have done the right thing. But when you have your second child, third child, there starts the confusion. Kya hua? First child was able to listen to me. Why is my second child not understanding me? It is not because there is a change in your parenting style. Your parenting style is going to be permanent. Your parenting practices and the personality of the child has an impact. It is not that every time you need to have a question like, no, why it is not working with this. Intake really want them through observation that we will be able to know a lot about the child. I mean, if you observe, basically children when they are in their infancy, they cry. So we understand like, okay, fine, abhi bachche ko bhook lag rahi hai. Yeah, he wants to go for the potty. But when a child is not able to express it out, it is only through observation. Why is he sitting alone? Why is he isolated? Why he is not talking? Why he is not going out and playing? Okay, when he's playing with children, observe the behavior that he has. He is very aggressive, or he plays cooperatively with other children. So we need to observe them a lot to gain a lot of information about the child. And never underestimates their thoughts. Like each one will have their strengths and weaknesses. We always try to appreciate the child's strength. Okay, very good. You have excelled in drawing. Your handwriting is very good. You have scored so much marks in the maths exams. But when a child comes with a kind of a fear or anxiety, we immediately try to disappropriate that, saying like, no, it is not like that. Why are you thinking like that? You're stupid. So we try to use all words which hurts the child. So ultimately you're not trying to understand the feeling, the thoughts, or the insecurity which is there in the child. It can be the fear for talking with the neighbors or with the relatives who comes home. The child is very happy child. I know a child who actually excels academically in school, culturally, everything he is very good. But when there are relatives at home, he feels shy to talk to them. It doesn't mean that immediately like, no, there is something wrong with the child. Okay, there you have to say, acha beta, you don't want to talk, just say salam and go to your room. Wait there. Give the child some time to adapt to the situation or to the people as such. Attention and interaction is very important. It should not be like, no, चलो चार बच्चे हैं, चार बच्चों को एक एक कोने में छोड़ दिया, उनको काम दे दिया, my duty is over, let me go involve myself into the kitchen, and the father goes to the office. No, you have to give that attention. You have to give the eye contact whenever they put forth a question, and you have to interact with the children. So how do I come to know what is happening with my child? How can I better understand my child? How I will know the strengths and weaknesses of my child? Observe them, keenly observe them. Let it be when you take them to a mall, when they are in the school, get the feedback from the teachers, when you take them to a gathering at home. These three different places behavior you need to observe in the child. And if something goes wrong in one particular situation, you just need to educate the child about the situation. But if the child shows same behavior in two situations, that is in home, in school, or in the mall, and in the school, or in the mall, or in the at home, then it is cautious that the child has some psychological issues. So please observe the child. It can be like you'll be able to find out any difficulty with motor, fine motor skills, or speech, languages, anything related to their development, academic, and personality as such. Be a friend. In a sense, like not just allowing your child to do whatever he or she wants to do. Play with them. It is not that girls should not go play with the fathers. No. Only the boys are allowed to play with the fathers and girls are only allowed to be with their mothers. No, it is not like that. So play with them. Then you will be able to understand what are their interests, where they are talented. Next thing is listen to them. Be patient enough in listening to your child's theories or stories, whatever it may be. Give some time. It shouldn't be like the child is talking to you. It can be a positive or a negative issues or any situation that he is facing in the school or with his friends. Listen, give attention, listen to them. You will be able to get additional information when you're listening to the child. He may sometimes open up to you. Praise your child. It shouldn't be only when the child is scoring, you should appreciate. When the child is only first, you should appreciate. No. Praise the child wherever possible. Even if you feel it is not perfect, still praise the child. Because nobody is perfect in this world. We all learn through experience. And children learn through experience and they are still in learning stage. So I think in this group, there are mostly children from primary school. So till 5th standard, the children are in the developmental stage. So not always that they'll be able to do things perfectly. So give them the chance to do mistake, learn from their mistakes and correct by themselves. Talk to your child. It is again very important. As listening is important, talking also is important. So both the things goes simultaneously. So pay attention what the child is doing in the school, how is his behavior, talk to the mother, discuss with the father, come like what is happening, why, what and all are the development in the child that we are seeing, where he or she is lagging. So you need to give that attention, respect. respect your child for what he or she as such. And when you are reacting to a situation, when you are shouting at the child or praising at the child, explain why are you doing that. It shouldn't be like, no, chalo tumne galti ki, punishment, chalo. No, it is not like that. Punishment always does not work. And when you are punishing the child, explain why this punishment is. You should be able to reason out your punishment. Be like your child at some time. Usually in psychology as such, we see that every individual has a child, an adult and a parent within themselves. So sometimes you feel like going and getting yourself drenched in the rain. I like that. So whenever it rains, I go to the terrace with my child. I really want to enjoy that. That is my childhood personality. I should not ignore my personality just because somebody is going to comment on it. What, how stupid it is. She's going and drenching herself in the rain. What will the child learn? No, it is not like that. Sometimes you have to be a child. Sometimes you have to act as an adult, sometimes as a parent. And the same thing you will also see in the child. Sometimes you will feel like your child is talking too much. Like, Ami, aapko malum nahi, bachcho bro, mujhe malum pura. So this comes by observation from the parent. So you also need to enjoy your childhood activities. See that you equally participate in with the child also. And allow the child to talk. Don't stop. Whenever he or she wants to come and talk to you, express whatever he wants to say. Allow the child to talk. Then don't say, no, I am busy. मैं अभी सुन नहीं सकती बा, मैं पका लगो हूँ, ये मुझे दूसरा काम है. No, give attention and listen to the child. Let the child talk. And when you start talking, paying attention, you will be able to know the likes and dislikes of the child, strength and weaknesses of the child. That will definitely help you in overcoming the child's difficulty. Okay, my child's weakness is like he is able to read everything but unable to write it down. So how can I support the child? Rather comparing like, no, how stupid you are, you know to read it, why are you not able to write it? The same thing that you are doing it. So वो comparison करते वक्त बच्चा does not expresses to you. तब क्या होता, बच्चे ज्यादा झूठ बोलना शुरू करते, हाइड करना शुरू करते. They don't want to share because you're not in the stage of listening to them. So just try to observe, respect, be a child, explain, and reason out like what behavior is accepted, what is not accepted. Unless and until you are not clear with your parenting style and practices, it will be very difficult to expect it from the child. So you need to say beforehand, for example, if you're going to a mall, you're taking the child to the mall, from home you say, I expect a proper behavior from you at the mall. I don't want you to pick up everything. Pick whatever is required. And if I say, see any change in the behavior, I will come back home. We will see that we will come back home immediately. And you have to do so. It should not be, no, it's okay. अच्छा, please कर लेंगे बच्चे को. अब इतना दूर आ गए, हमें पेट्रोल वेस्ट हो जाएगा. चलो शॉपिंग करके ही चले जाते हैं. No, somewhere you have to be firm and decide and act accordingly. So there are some guidelines, like basically we need to give them warm. It is, we have already discussed in the initial slide about like the developmental, intellectual, and the social aspect that is required in parenting. So warmth, acceptance, and respect. Enjoy your child's development. Every day there is going to be a change in the behavior, in the development of the child, especially from birth till 10 years. And though it is a learning stage, see that you use enough intervention, you are able to identify the need of the child, help the child out as best as possible, And when you're not able to do it, kindly seek professional help. So when it comes to development, mainly the fine motor skills, the gross motor skills, the language ability, the academic issues, the behavioral issues, what you will see in this primary group. And when you don't pay attention to it, then the child may have some kind of a special needs, which need a lot of attention in future. As I said, be firm with the child. No, no, that should be in your voice. Acha, no, 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 bacha. Then what the child will think is like, okay, fine, mommy, ab bol diye, nahi karke, baad mein kar le ja. No, be firm. No, that should come from in your voice. And when that no comes, it has to be firm and permanent. It should not be like immediately you look at the child and like, no, oh my God, he's going to start crying now. And if he's going to start, he's going to complain to his father. Or the father, if it is between the child and the father, then he's going to complain to the mother. So now you're giving a chance to the child to create issues among the parent. So see that you are firm in expecting a particular behavior. Avoid corporal punishment in the sense like don't hit them or beat them, but this firmness from your voice should definitely help you. Don't use any abusive language, which may be very simple. There was a child in a famous Anglo-Indian school in Chennai. The teacher, the history teacher always used to comment the child saying like, no, black buffalo. Buffalo itself is black. So every time like black buffalo. So the child started having so much issues that she refused to go to the school. And she does not want to attend the social class as such. Even when she was shifted from that school to another school, social class was the key situation wherein like either she falls sick, she has a stomach pain, she vomits. So psychologically it affects the child. So see that even you can give a small pinch to the child, but definitely not verbally. Help your child in preparing to the school. Plan your breakfast, plan your lunch prior. Keep it ready. When the child is leaving, say a bye with a happy face and send the child. Help the child because they are in the learning stage. Every time I have this in mind, like they are learning. We as adults, still we learn. Yesterday, I learned about how to handle myself in the Zoom class, how to share a file. So we are learning, we are all are learning. And children, equally, they are also learning. It will take some time for them to settle. See that you have a very healthy environment at home. Generally, children get disturbed when they have a lot of domestic violence at home, or poor diet. All those things affect them mentally, and that has an impact on their education, on their personality as such. Be an active partner. That is, if the child has done something good in the school, encourage the child, motivate the child. See that you equally involve into their project. I don't want you to do a project for them. That is what is happening in most of the situations. When a child is given a project, immediately parents go to the shop, they ask the shopkeeper, fine bhaiya, ye project karke de do. No, you sit with the child, help the child in doing the project. That is where learning happens. So when somebody is going to do the project and give, the child will not understand. The child will not know what is right, what is wrong in that. Teach about a culture. So it can be different culture. So teach them. चलो अभी एक मुस्लिम फैमिली में क्या क्या होता है, ओके, एक हिंदू फैमिली में, नॉन मुस्लिम फैमिली में क्या क्या होता है, डिफरेंट रिलीजन के बारे में डिस्कस करो. See that you don't talk more about negativity in that particular other religion. Bring out the good values which they also follow. Make children aware. Like I think there are certain things like which are important as a parents for you to know about substance abuse, teaching the children about sexuality, good touch, bad touch, all those things. It can start off from the earlier stage itself, but you have to give a watch when the child enter into adolescence. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Set a good example. If you are going to find in front, if you're going to fight in front of your children, if you're going to use abusive language in front of the child, he or she definitely is going to use all those things either with the friends or in the school or outside. Might be not with you, no, not at home, but you will definitely have all these issues. So this is where the child start having get into social activities. So here you need to tell, as I told you earlier, it's like what is accepted, what is unexpected. In the sense, ऐसा behave करे तो, you will get everything. You will get things. You will be rewarded. But when, where, what time, what reward, that should not be disclosed with the child. Appreciate the child with the help of stars. Okay, today, whole day you are very calm and very helpful. You did your homework. You kept your room neat. At the same time, you should also be able to say, this is not the behavior I expected from you. So see that next time it doesn't happen, rather punishing the child. Support positively, you can help the child in developing physically, mentally, emotionally, with the help of exercise, nutrition, avoid junk food. जो कुछ भी आप घर में पकाते वो दीजिए आप बच्चों को. If they always have to go, or every time they need to have only biryani, then that is going to affect their health. They are going to have a lot of health issues in the future. A lot of children in the primary school attend puberty before 10 years. It is mainly because of the impact of junk food in their physiological conditions. If you are going to eat right, the child also is going to enjoy that. आज भाजी खाना, आज beans खाना, आज carrot का poriyal. No. So the same thing the child is also going to learn. नहीं मम्मी मुझे carrot पसंद नहीं. Give them what is healthy and stick on with that particular item which is available at home, rather making individual preparation. I have seen parents wherein they prepare different meals for each child. My elder son does not like egg, so I have to make a fish fry for him. My younger one does not like fish. My husband does not eat this. My mother-in-law does not eat this. So you can't keep making different dishes. It's not a hotel. It is not a mess. It's a house wherein whatever is available, you have to enjoy it, eat it. Exercise? Yes, definitely we all need exercise. Men need exercise, children need exercise, women need exercise. At least basic walking should be there, skipping should be there, cycling should be there. Encourage your children to do that. You go along with them for a walking or cycling. That will definitely improve your health also. Sleep, very important. Maybe when the house atmosphere is not right, husband and wife are fighting in the night, the child has a disturbed sleep, and ultimately the child sleeps in the school the next day. Now the teacher tries to punish the child without knowing what happened last night. Here the child is unable to express what happened. So sleep is very important. Any difference of opinion, any argument, see that you don't do it in front of child, especially not during the night time. Whatever you do in the last 10 minutes or half an hour, that has an impact on your mind. You either get bad dreams, you don't have a sound sleep, So next day, ultimately, it affects any individual, not the child alone, even the parents. The mother will not be able to wake up early and do the household things. The father may not be able to reach the office on time. There's a lot of confusion. You're not able to focus on the activities that is happening in the school, home, or office. To see that you and the child have enough sleep. That will make you much healthier. Home environment, yes, definitely it is required, and stick on to the schedule. Basically, it so happens like Sunday is a holiday for everybody. So let's get up at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, have breakfast at 12 o'clock in the noon, or directly lunch. So ultimately, that one day spoils your entire week workout. It disturbs your schedule. Now that we are in like the pandemic, wherein everybody is at home, we see everybody getting up only after 10 o'clock in the morning. And we are getting adapted to this particular lifestyle. See that you don't change your routine. What it was earlier, stick on to it. Holidays or weekdays, have a regular routine. Children should be given dinner time, the study time, irrespective of what day it is. And homework, definitely help your children in the homework. See that they are given some space for themselves to study. You needn't have to every time cross-check them, but at least monitor them whenever possible. So even if you're cooking and the child is sitting in the hall and writing, now and then you need to give a call and ask like, "Bacha ho gaya? Finish writing? Okay, fine, very good." Say it loudly and write. So you're able to concentrate on both the things. The child also feels secure, like, okay, mommy is paying attention to me. Mommy is keen in my life. She gives importance to my development. So there is a healthy relationship among children and parents. And parenting is like a new concept. Like in 1800, it's a lot of research started, and slowly in 1900, that things started developing towards parenting. But Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given a lot of tips. Like he has told, like, play with the children. Don't shout at them. Always give them a smiling face. Play with them. He used to ride his grandchildren on the back as a horse, which I also enjoyed during my childhood with my grandfather and father. I still remember those things. But nowadays, it is not like that. We have gadgets in our hands. Each one is occupied with the gadget. Mummy is watching YouTube, child is watching cartoon, father with the WhatsApp. So everybody is like isolated with their own work. So involve, play with them. So be calm. First of all, as a parent, you should be calm. Try to understand, try to look it from the child's perspective. I know you are grown up, you have learned everything in life, you are an adult, but the child is learning. So listen to the child. Don't be too hard or shout at them. Be calm, explain them, tell them what is the right behavior, what he has to do, what is expected from him. And never, when a child has some behavioral problem, just don't try to compare it. A child may be able to not be successful in academics, but he or she may be good in technical things. If you give a mobile, he'll be able to create an app also. So his technical skills are stronger. Might be he may not be able to write down those technicality in words, It doesn't mean that he is stupid. And if the child has happened to tell you a lie, or must have hidden something from you, don't every time point it out at them. Like the day the lie. So today also you're going to say, I am not going to trust you. I'm not going to believe you. आज भी झूठ बात बोल रहे हैं आप. No, it doesn't happen that way. And as a good Muslim parents, be kind and merciful, treat your child well, be patient, affectionate, lenient, and guiding. So lenient doesn't mean like every time the child wants something and you buy them. Because we see a lot of temper tantrums among children. Wherein like they start crying, and like to please the child, immediately the father or the mother gives attention and get them whatever they want. No, let the child cry. How long the child is going to cry? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour? Nothing is going to happen. At the same time, when the child has health issues, see that you focus only on the health issues, but not rather pamper the child. We have a lot of cases where children have or rather develop developmental issues because of their illness. So a lot of attention is given, pampering is done when the child is ill, and the same is expected post-treatment from the child. Sorry, from the parent. So depending upon the situation, you need to handle the child accordingly. And temper tantrums, you just need to ignore it. Ignore as much as you can. Don't talk, don't communicate anything. Let he or she come back after some time. And when they come back, don't ignore the child, please talk to the child. Teach them the values. Guide them. What the society expects. What are the good things that we need to learn? Keep them aware about the bad things that are happening in the society also. It is not that every time the situations are going to be positive or healthy or good. You just need to prepare the child to handle different situations. Physical touch, yes, definitely it is important. Give a pat to the child whenever he or she is doing their work or done it neatly. Read a book in the night together. It can be related to academics or storybook or any hadith book. Motivate the child. Give words of affirmation like, yes, Kana, I love you. You're a good child. I'm really happy. I'm really blessed to have you as my child. Appreciate them whenever they are good at it. At the same time, don't discourage them when they don't keep up to your expectations. It is okay to come second, third, and even fail in some subjects also. But how you help the child to cope up with the situation is more important. Give time, play with them, listen to them. Talk about your childhood with the children. Try to repeat those situations again. Allow your child to help you in the whole household chores. Like it is not necessary like only the girl has to go help the child, the mother in the kitchen. They equally involve the boys also. So involve them into household activities irrespective of the gender. ऐसा नहीं कि हमारा बच्चा झाड़ना नहीं, घर मॉप नहीं मारना नहीं, जाला नहीं मारना नहीं. No. And it is not always that the girl child only has to cook. No. Motivate them, encourage them. Like if the boy is like no interested in cooking, allow him to do it. My son is in class 8. He's able to cook chapati, dosas, he'll put tea for us, he prepares Maggi. And it is not just boiling the Maggi and eating it. He will make it in a healthier way, adding cheese to it, adding few vegetables to it. So if a child is doing something by himself or herself, allow them to do it. It is their interest. Don't imbibe your interest, your expectation on the child. Gifts, yes, you have to appreciate and reward them whenever possible. And when you keep up to your promise of getting them something on a particular day, please do it. But when you're going to make an open-ended question like, I will get to you, then get you is going to be any time. Because you are not fixed up a date or a time that you will get a gift for the child. Buy them small things, what they like, what they will be able to use it. If you want to buy them a storybook, see that you buy something of the child's interest. At the same time, you buy a book of your interest, what you want to inculcate in the child. So usually when my son takes Geronimo book, I also see that I give him a grammar book also. So the child enjoys. The child does not see, no, mommy is just getting me grammar book. She's not getting my story book of my interest. Always she's forcing on me. No, the child here, he feels comfortable. So get small gifts. See that it is of child's interest. And at the same time, it is of your expectation also. Act of services. And there are small things what a child would expect. आज मम्मी मुझे गोद में ढाल गए तो कितना अच्छा रहेगा. आज मैं मम्मी के गोद में पड़ा तो कितना अच्छा रहेगा. That is irrespective of the age. Still grown-ups don't mind lying on their mother's lap. He'll be 40, mother will be in 60s. You feel that comfortable. You feel secured. You want that coaxing at some point or the other. Please allow your child to do that. Thank you. And any questions, you can just put forth. We will try to have it.
Sure, ma'am. Jazakallah khair. Here are some good comments from the parents and the listener. Here, I'm just reading out some comments, and then after that, I will say the question answer. Here, what parents said that we parents must be a role model to our children. Excellent advice you had made, ma'am. They have said, and it's very informative tips to the parents as well as parents, mashallah. And one parent is saying, thank you so much, ma'am, for advising us. And alhamdulillah, we have received so many excellent comments here. Jazakallah khair, ma'am, for being with us. And here one question there from Ashaz, like nowadays children are very aggressive and they're not listening to the parents and they're not confessing their mistake and all. Is their parenting mistake or their kids mistake, they're asking, ma'am?
Okay,
Like,
if I'm okay, fine. Can you just repeat the parent name?
Yes. Why nowadays child are adamant they are not listening to us?
No, I want the parent name. I want the parent name.
Ashaz.
Arshaz.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. This is for you, Mr. Arshaz. And it is like, how much are you listening to the child? The child is coming and telling it to you. Example. Okay, fine. I'm coming and telling it to you. Imagine me as your child. मम्मी आज मैं पेंसिल लेके आ गया बच्चे को. क्या करते? ये उम्र में चोरी के काम करना शुरू कर देता है. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम बच्चा बोलेगा क्या? भाई मिस्टेक उन्हें लेकर आया तो भी नहीं बोलेगा बच्चा आपके पास. Aggressive behavior. Okay, fine. Now this is like not expressing things to you. This can be the examples. What is the experience the child has underwent? Okay, what was the first experience the child has underwent? So if I'm going to tell you a lie, and like if you're going to react in a negative way, then definitely next time my lies are going to increase. झूठ के ऊपर झूठ बढ़ते ही जाएगा. Because now you are not in the position to accept my mistake and correct me. Rather, you keep blaming at me. So next time I will not share it with you. There are incidents in like no primary sections where like no children of 3rd standard or 4th standard, mummy wo bacha mujhe I love you bolya, mummy ye girl mujhe I love you boli. These are all the small things, but immediately like no we try to created a big issue like no, how can a boy tell it to you? Who is that boy? Wait, I will come and ask him. I will talk to his parents. What is the school? So you try to put forth so many questions, you bombard the child. Like, no, it is just a normal situation. Ocha, okay, bacha, acha, okay, fine. Main dekhta. Finish. But we put forth a lot of questions and make the child anxious. Even wo bacha next time aake nahi kya must be commenting or like, bullying the child will not come and say. She will be undergoing it. He or she will be undergoing the same thing. Aggressiveness comes from your parenting style. So aggressiveness can it can be from birth, or aggressiveness can be situational. Aggressiveness can be related to the developmental disorder in children. So it all depends upon what is the situation the child is becoming aggressive. Is the child over pampered at home? Because we see a lot of children pampered by the grandparents or by either of our parents. So mommy strict hai to father aake, okay, come on, I will be able to give you something. They start bribing the child, either of the parent. So if you are going to ignore the situation, either of the parent going to ignore the aggressive behavior or the scolding or the child is getting, then definitely the child will not cling on to you and seek your support. He will face the situation. अभी मम्मी अल्लाह को ही अब्बा सपोर्ट को आते ही, नाना नानी आते नहीं, दादा दादी आते ही, तो चाइल्ड क्या समझता है, ओके 1:5, so majority is 5, so he will go to nana nani, whatever it is. Even if he is going to make any mistake, it is going to be ignored. So here you are spoiling the child. Now the child has an expectation from this particular group, the 5 group, in the sense like मैं क्या करे तो भी इन लोग क्या भी बोलेंगे नहीं मुझे, अम्मी खाली चलाते सो, mummies only are always devils, mummies are always willies. Okay, so that perception you give it in the child, and on the other side you say that no, I am available for you. Even if you do a mistake, I am available for you. So now as a family you have to work with the child. When the mother is shouting, you all need to move away from that place, ignore whatever is happening. Even if a child comes saying like abba abba अम्मी मार रहे हैं मुझे करके, नहीं बेटा तुम्हें कहते भी करे रहेंगे, अम्मी करने तुम्हें जाओ. वैसा कि बच्चा दे आ तो मैं यहाँ को पूछता हूँ अम्मी करने क्या क्या जी बोले सो तुम्हें, अब तुम्हारे बीच में लड़ाई लगा कर चल जाएगा बच्चा. So you have to find out in what situation the child is becoming aggressive. If it is going to be only child, sometimes like the child becomes very aggressive because over pampering is there again. You just try to fulfill the needs of the child just because you were not satisfied with it in your childhood, or you were not given in your childhood. चलो मुझे ये पूरा नहीं मिला, मेरे बच्चे को मिलेंगे. आजकल इनकम बहुत कम है मगर एक्सपेंसेस बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, because you are keeping to the demand of the children. And if your child is going to have any psychological issues like developmental issues like ADHD, then definitely aggressiveness is going to be a part of it. So you need to ignore it, you need to be firm. And at this situation, it is only one parent who is going to handle the child's behavior. Hope it is clear.
Mashallah, ma'am, it's good advice from you. Inshallah, hope they can follow and your advice. it will drastic change in their life, inshallah. So here one parent, Yasser Arif, and he's asking that in co-ed school environment, how to make the child understand to choose their friend. Like they're asking, telling the girl child to have only the friends to her girl. Is this the right way to, like, they're asking?
Okay,
Um,
fine.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's like when you have decided to put your child in a co-ed school, then you should just leave it. And friends, we usually don't pick friends like, by looking at them. It is only through interaction we come to a final decision like, no, okay, he or she is my best friend. If you're very scared, if you don't want, see, have one thing in mind, infatuation is going to be there. When it happens, it is actually normal. We have to get attracted to the opposite gender, which is very normal. But when you get too much involved into it, which disturbs your personality, that is when we need to take care, give them guidance, either talk to the child or through the authorities and solve it. But getting attracted is very common and it has to happen. And if you're very particular about, no, I don't want to put my child in co-ed, just stick on to girls' school. And picking up a friend, it is going to be of her choice because she is going to have a lot of common perception. Her perception will be like of her interest. Like she may have a good friend who is good in sports or in drawing or in singing. She may admire somebody for their skills and she can become a friend. Just because you don't like her physical appearance or you think that she's from other caste or from other religion or the family background is not to our status, then that is your expectation. Don't imbibe your expectation on the child. Let the child have the freedom to choose friends. It is later that she is going to learn whether it's a good friend or I should avoid his or her friendship. So leave it to the child. But every day the parents have to interact with the children, let it be younger ones or the adolescents. The more you talk, they will open it to you. You just need to be a good listener. Don't comment on anything. If you really have to comment, take some time and discuss with the child alone. Don't make it very publicly wherein the entire house comes to knows about it. Keep it very personal. And getting along in a co-ed atmosphere is actually good. You'll be able to understand a lot of things. Though the schools are co-ed, I have also seen most of the Muslim schools, especially the Muslim schools, they have a separate block for boys and girls. So there is no opportunity for the child to interact with the other gender. And how much you trust a child matters a lot. Trust your child, believe in your child, that is more important. Thank you.
Yeah, one parent Ibrahim, and he wants to get suggestions from you. Then 5 to 10 years old kids. Okay, which book, like some good suggestions they need for 5 to 10 years old kids.
Book in the sense academics related, or the parents wants to know something related to parenting or how to handle it.
Yeah, he just asking generally. I think he didn't mention the academic agenda. Maybe 5 to 10 years old kids, which one is the good book that they are asking the suggestion from you, ma'am?
See, for children, to allow them to read a lot of books. It can be any type of books. Okay. Rather allowing them to sit and watch TV, the cartoons, you can ask them to read a lot of books. That's what I'm saying. Books should be selected, one book for the child, selected by the child, and one by the parent. So one related to academic and one related to the child's interest. It can be a story book, it can be a puzzle book, it can be a comic book, anything. And if you want to know really related to some parenting skills among the younger ones, then I will try to post a book to Saif Bhai. He'll be able to circulate to you. Hope I have answered his question.
one parent from Tayyab, and he is asking that how to increase the self confidence in child, and as however in nowadays he feels that he can't do.
Okay. He's not able to do. Self-confidence is what is where you allow the child to do things. Not always expect a positive result. That is when the self-confidence of the child improves. So जब हमें एक task देते बच्चे को 100% उसे complete करना हो तो जरूरत नहीं. Even if the child is going to complete 25% of the task, motivate the child. That is going to improve his self-confidence. And slowly from the 25%, it is going to increase to 50%, 75%, and one day it is going to be 100. Let he or she learn it very slowly. And your motivation, your encouragement only is going to build his self-confidence. And if he is not confident about doing certain things, it can be because of the influence of the parents. I really need to interact with the child, this particular child, so that I can help the child out. Because I don't want to give a generalized answer. Because I don't know the exact situation, what the child is undergoing, what is the parental situation. So if I get a chance to talk with the child, I'll be able to help it out.
Yeah, Faiz ma'am, on the library, what we wanted to tell from the school is, we are a school, we are just a level school. We have more than.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what I was
yeah.
saying is, like, as a school, we have more than 1,500 books, and what we have done it is, like, even during the pandemic, the parents can either come and get the books. So we have a lot of good books actually. I mean, if the child reads around 25 to 30 books a year, it will be good. So we ask all the parents to. We have already shared this information through SMS and through whatever means we communicate with the parents. Let them
Okay.
come and take the books, and the school library has very good collection of books. Most of the books are from UK publishers, so we have spent a lot of money to get this book, and we are serious about making them read the book. So I just wanted to add that. Go
Okay,
ahead.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
I think the parents should take the opportunity in encouraging the children. It is only from the parents that the child learns a lot of things. Like if you're going to sit with a mobile, so automatically the child will not have any interest in reading or anything. You also need to be part of the reading. If you read your own magazine, allow the child to read his or her books. That is how the child gets motivated. I sit with a mobile and the child also sits with the mobile. So there is no chance of learning that happens. And one more thing is the more the child reads, even if he makes mistake, no issues. The more the child reads, his vocabulary, his learning develops. And especially in primary level, it is very excellent chance for you to help your child to read more books. Go along with the child. See, when the school themselves are offering during this pandemic stage to come pick up books, so go along with the child, ask the child to pick a book, let him come out. It can be any book. He will just look at the pictures and he will take a book. He may not understand what it is written. You read it out for the child. That is more important.
Yeah, the next question is, ma'am, from Abdul Majid. As he's asking, like, how important are the grades for the child's success, especially in a country like India? We are all like grades driven, like numbers driven. So he's trying to ask, like, how important is it, like, for the success of the child, the grades are important.
So the child should be mentally and emotionally strong. That is the two things which will lead to success. If you're just going to imbibe only intellectual ability in the child, okay, he'll be very intellectual. He'll be able to solve problems, but not emotional issues, not the daily life issues, not the things which are involved, a lot of emotionality is involved. So you need to just make them emotionally and intellectually smart. So it is going to be 50-50. He will automatically become successful. I know it is very challenging. Accept your child as your child is. Just because somebody is child is scoring 100%, it doesn't mean that your child also need to score. Your child may have different type of strengths and skills. Find out those. Hope I have addressed to him.
Okay, the next question, ma'am, is like, as you know, these days with a lot of things happening and kids are getting aggressive, and if you have a very stubborn child, right, the child is very stubborn, how to get through, how to ensure that, I mean, he's very, what we say, zippy, and he's very stubborn, and how to get through and how to put your point across, or how to set things and ensure that he listens to you, he follows certain things. So can you just throw some light on that?
One thing, we need to understand the child's age and how long the problem is persisting. So any behavior which persists more than 6 months, then you definitely need to take professional help. Or it is only the environment that is like allowing the child to become very aggressive or to have behavioral issues. So my request will be like, no, that particular parent go in for some psychological professional support. Because I can't give you a generalized explanation again over here.
Definitely, ma'am. At least some quick tips, like what kind of things you can try as a parent. I know definition the professional will help, but
No, see, because no, what is the situation that the child is having? See, one thing is being firm with the child is very important. Ignore the child. Don't act as a family and see that one particular parent handles the child in a proper way. Find out the strength about the child. Not every time, like, no, you look into his aggressiveness or his behavioral issues. Involve the child into a lot of activities at home. It can be household chores, or it can be drawing or painting, anything. Involve the child so that you are deviating the child from that aggressive behavior. See, a child keeps sitting and crying for a mobile phone. So we are not able to hear him crying because neighbors are like, no, shouting, you are getting embarrassed. From there, your in-laws or your husband is shouting. And other side, it can be the mother is shouting. So immediately somebody from the family will come and give the mobile to him, which shouldn't happen. And if it is in childhood, definitely a psychological support is required.
Excuse me, ma'am. One of the parent wants to ask question from you directly. Can I allow her?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Husna.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Can I speak in Urdu?
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. मैम, मेरे बेटे का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वो कुछ भी नहीं बोलते. उनको जो भी नसीहत करो, जो भी डांटो या कुछ भी करो, वो कुछ भी नहीं बोलते. उनको जो करना है वही करते हैं. ये जिद इस तरह का नहीं होता कि वो जो भी मैं बोल रही हूँ वो ऐसा नहीं कहते कि वो नहीं करने वाले हैं, बल्कि वो खामोशी से सुनते हैं, लेकिन जो करना होता है ना वो वही करते हैं, चाहे वो फौरन बाद हो या फिर बाद में जब कभी भी हो. तो फिर ऐसे साइलेंट बच्चे को मैं क्या करूं? मतलब मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर पाती.
यहाँ पे साइलेंट नहीं है ना बच्चा साइलेंट नहीं है. बच्चा करता है काम, जो उसको करना है वो करता है बाद में.
हाँ, वो करता है, लेकिन हर बात को वो सरेंडर भी हो जाता है. हर बात को, जैसे कि उसकी गलती
surrendering is like just to impress you at that particular moment. Okay, the child's age
15 years old.
15 years old. So he's entering into he has already entered into adolescent. Okay, so a lot of like when you say don't do it, they'll definitely do it because they want to venture into it.
तो हमारा बचपन से ये ख्याल था कि शायद इसको सुनने में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, उसका फोकस इस तरफ नहीं है जो हम बोल रहे हैं. तो फिर हमने बहुत सारी ट्राई किया दूसरे डॉक्टर्स के पास बताने की भी कि इसका फोकस नहीं. तो डॉक्टर्स ने बताया कि नहीं ये ठीक है, बस शायद ये यही कर रहा है कि आपकी बातों का वो फोकस नहीं कर रहा है.
नहीं, ये पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन आप कब से देख रहे हैं?
बचपन से मतलब
बचपन
उसके
से देख ले। ओके
हाँ
फाइन,
बचपन
दिस
से
इज कॉल्ड सेलेक्टिव म्यूटिज्म बोलते हैं। इन द सेंस एक पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन में एक पर्टिकुलर पर्सन के साथ
जी
इन लोगों का डम हो जाते हैं।
जी
ओके सो सेलेक्टिव
बिल्कुल
म्यूटिज्म इनको
जी
ओके सो अभी आके आपके पास नहीं बोलेंगे, मगर माइट बी ही मे गो एंड शेयर इट विद हिज फ्रेंड्स। Okay, he can go and talk to somebody else also. I don't know how firm you are with the child, wherein every time like no you keep stickle in your hand like no chalo बराबर से बोलो, ठीक से बोलो, जल्दी बोलो, क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं? Give time.
नहीं हाँ ये लेकिन वो टाइम देने का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि वो कभी नहीं बोलते। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैं बहुत इंतजार कर करके थक जाती हूँ
नहीं आप
और वो
बोलते
कभी नहीं
रहेंगे।
शेयर
See,
करते।
I am able to imagine. You keep talking. Okay, जब तक आप नहीं थक जाते हैं, यहाँ आके नहीं क्या the child is testing you. Okay, तो आप जब तक नहीं थक जाते, the child will keep listening to you because he knows if he is going to talk, either he is going to get more bombardment. So जो 10 minutes का जो आपका advice है, it can lead to 1 hour advice which the child is not interested.
अच्छा
So वो particular situation में
मेरा
आपको
और भी जी 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 बताएं बताएं।
हाँ, वो particular situation में आपको impress करने के लिए, or it can be a shock. Okay, fine, I got caught. I don't know what to do. So let me be mom.
अच्छा ठीक है
ये आके
मेरा
most
बच्चा
of the
बिल्कुल
time
डिफरेंट
होता है। नहीं ये most of the time बहुत से लोगों के साथ होता है, wherein like no you become mom at particular situation when somebody comes and asks you questions, नहीं क्या आप sudden से कुछ नहीं बोल पाते, मगर बाद में आप सोचते नहीं might be I must have responded in this way, might be ये आंसर बोल के रहना था मैं। मगर आपके लड़के को बचपन से है का तो तब selective mutism, it is a developmental disorder. To a particular situation they will have mumness.
अच्छा
Okay, वो आके आपको इंटरवेंशन में लेके जाना है वो।
Yeah, ma'am, in the interest of time, what I will suggest is like maybe we can connect you both and take it forward. Definitely
Yeah,
we will share that
inshallah.
information. Ma'am. Please reach out to the school. We will try to connect and maybe take it forward. I know these are all very specific generic things, and it is very difficult to address it generally, but specific to the child and it depends on the environment, right, ma'am? So, yeah. One of the common questions that every child or every parent is asking is like, kids are into gadgets like either mobile or iPad or anything. It can be tablets. They are into too much of gadgets and how to ensure that we make them keep away from these kind of gadgets. Like, what are the alternatives? Can you suggest some solutions for that?
Okay, who buys them the gadgets? It is the parent. So now if you see, you have mobile phone, you have landline connection, you have a laptop, you have a tab. When your mobile itself can handle all the technological issues, then why do you need to have a tab? For what? So don't make things available for the child very easily. Make them understand. We parents don't do that. That is the major problem with the parents. And at times like no we are so happy and overwhelmed like no oh my god my child is using mobile phone at 3 years or 4 years. So it is only the parent who gets the child exposed to all these gadgets. For example, I'll give my own personal example wherein I did not have an internet connection at home because there was no necessity, because I was using my mobile net. My husband was using his mobile net. He used to use his office net whenever he goes to office. So there was no necessity for us to have an internet connection at home. So it is only in June when my son's classes started online that I had to go in for a network connection so that there is no disruption in between when he's going to the classes.
Okay.
So it is we as parents like need to understand what is the requirement. We have everything too.
Yeah.
Like multiple things are there at home. Like दो fridge, दो चार टीवी आजकल हो जाता है. दादा दादी के रूम में एक, बच्चे के रूम में एक, मम्मी पापा के रूम में एक, हॉल में एक. So you tend to show off to your child like no, you can afford all these things. You show them like no, there are situations wherein you cannot get them things. You show them that this is the limited resources that are available. This is what we can afford. Even if your income is not to the mark, you beg, borrow, and like no, you see that you fulfill your child's need. Don't do that. Do it within your capacity. Do it when you have it, rather going into a loan. So these are the things like no, which will definitely help the child to develop himself, try to understand the family situation also. And it is only the parents have to be blamed because they are the one who are exposed the child to the gadgets. Fix up a time. Then you don't have a routine. In the sense, like just because during this pandemic stage, now nobody is following a routine, so the child has enough time to play. No, let the child play. Fix it for 1 hour. It can be half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening. And how firm you handle those gadgets and keep it under your control.
Yeah, one thing could be like, have some parental control on mobile, like use app locks, try to ensure some security wise. There are ways to do it. YouTube has a lot of even Hindi or English channel, videos which suggest you how to control. I mean, mobile has become like a necessity now, even with online classes and all that. So one way is like, restrict the phone usage, as you rightly said. And another thing is like maybe get them into books. You sit and read the books so that the child can also read the books, or maybe play. Play outdoor sports. Maybe you can play cricket inside home, get a softball. You can anything. Parents can play, mothers can play, fathers can play.
Shuttle, quiz. You have so many options.
Carom, chess, Ludo, anything. There's so many options. Yeah, keep him busy. See, to get the child away from gadgets, the one thing is you have to give an alternative to him. He needs something to be busy, right? You just need to possibly. I mean, this is as I'm sharing. Like this is I have done that in the lockdown, and it has worked. Make them busy. Or put some rules like memorize this surah, and keep little higher targets. Memorize this surah, then you can sit for 1 hour or half an hour. So put some goals for him, like try to memorize Quran, try to read Quran, something. So I mean, whatever you think is apt for the perspective, and try to connect it with some goals, and that will definitely help, right?
Very true, very true, very true.
Yeah, one parent was asking like, I want to reward Mitchell, as you said, like maybe praising and rewarding will be good. So is it something like, can I reward my child with money to inculcate values and all that? Can give him more money?
Money, either you have yes, you can give them money. Then like, what is the money value that is? Like you're going to give your child like, 1,000 rupees. Come on, this is a reward for you just because you were very good enough today. No. It should be 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupees. The child should understand the value. The child should understand its importance. Put it in a box, save it. Or open an account. If you're going to give a bigger amount, then open an account in the child's name, because the child cannot withdraw the money. So you can deposit whatever he gets. He can just go to the bank. He can deposit it. So he learns how to fill a challan. He knows how to handle banking things. He'll become more confident. But money, it should not be a bigger amount, not more than 100 rupees for any child of any age.
Yeah, generally what happens, especially during Eid, kids get Eid, like especially in one 1,000 rupees to aaram se jump jate. So this is what I do for my child. Like either we use a piggy bank to save the money, and I tell them that maybe 10% or 20% give it to Yatim Khana charity. Like show them charity, do that, and maybe put the money. And whenever I take them outside, they want to buy something, right? I try to, even though I can afford, मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि आप अपने पैसों में से थोड़ा डालिए इसमें, इसमें से 100 रुपए निकाल के खुद की चीज लेने की कोशिश. They will happy. So slowly, for instance, my kids are having pigeons at home, like तो उनका चारा गिरा सब उनके ईदी में से I know I can afford, but still उनके पैसे में से गया तो दर्द भी आता उनको. They also learn के these money, you control the money and tell them how कहाँ पे कैसे use कर सकते हैं.
Definitely, you control the money, and like no, you will make them more responsible when like no, you ask them to spend from their pocket.
Yeah, it has really helped. Last year,
Definitely, but it has helped with me also, because my son, he just gave away his entire ED amount for poor girl's marriage.
Yeah.
Sometimes he gives out as a zakat also. So see, ultimately, like no, what we teach the child.
One interesting question that came is like how to make the kids mentally strong. I mean, how is there any specific things that we do so that we the child becomes mentally and emotionally strong?
You have to follow a schedule, a particular schedule, and stick on to the schedule. Okay, let the child do whatever he or she is capable of doing it. When you start forcing a lot of things on the child, that is when the child gets disappointed or discouraged and like, no, okay, fine, this is not my cup of tea. I cannot take it more. So just encourage the child to do what he or she is able to do, or rather what he is capable of, what is his caliber. It's not like no 50 marks le liya, so come on, next time like no, you have to get 75 marks in the exams. Then that definitely that is going to add a pressure on the child. So what 50 marks he has gained, because of this pressure, he is going to lose the marks. So let children be as they are for their intellectual. Emotional thing is like we have to build their emotionality also. It will come only with the help of parents. Because if the parent is going to be very sensitive, if the parent is going to be overprotective, then that is going to have an impact on the emotionality of the child. So as a parent, you should know where to draw a line and where to just give them the freedom.
Yes, ma'am. Jazakallah khair for your advice, ma'am. It's very informative. And Tabriz Niazul, one of the parents, is thanking you for your precious advice, ma'am. And Jazakallah and Allah Hafiz has said. And Munirullah said something like it's very informative, ma'am. And one of the parents is Minha Zanam, and they are asking how to control the egoism among children. How to control the ego on children? So they are asking, I think.
Ego is when among the children is like no, when they don't have the habit of sharing. When the parent try to inculcate like no, ye tumhari cheez hai, jatan se rakh lo. So that is when like no, that I keep starting. Ye mera hai, ye mujhe chhona ye. Main kise bhi dunga nahi. So when sharing does not happen, no, that is when the ego starts. So allow them to do a lot of sharing. Even if it is going to be a piece of chocolate, see that it is being shared among the people around. Whether you take in or you don't take in, that is secondary. Okay, he may offer you, he or she may offer you the chocolate, but like to take in or not is depending upon the parent or the opposite side person. But at least initiate the child like, no, come on, go share whatever you have. So sharing is more important.
Yes, one of the parent like VM Khalilur Rahman, and he's asking that is it possible to children to be like act like a child to the children? I think act like a children.
I didn't get you. I didn't get you.
I think is it possible to children to be like act like a child to the children? I think to be
I mean, as a
childish to the
parent.
children. Yeah, to be childish to the children. Yeah.
You can. That is when you are going to create a good bonding among your child. See, that's what I was trying to say. Like each one has a personality wherein you have a child within yourself. Try to bring out the child in you. Sometimes you act as an adult. For your age, you talk, you communicate, you make decision. Sometimes you are a parent in the sense like you try to adapt certain skills or behavior what your parents used to do. So you can always bring out the child in you. That will motivate you. That will actually enlighten you, and like no, that will make you help you rather as a parent to understand the child better. So play with your child. अभी घोड़ा गाड़ी खेलना है तो चलो घोड़ा गाड़ी खेलो, झूले में झूलना है क्या, चलो बैठ के झूलो. So you want to go to the beach and play in the water, play, enjoy. Nobody is going to question you unless and until you have that embarrassment. Okay, so nobody is going to question you. So just bring out the child and enjoy. Your child will feel happy. Your child will open up. But see that there is a consistency in the behavior. Whenever you have to bring out the child from within you, see that there is a consistency. It's not that like no, one day you do the other child, other day when the child really wants you to be a child and like no, you act as a adult, then that is not going to work at all. So
Yes.
depending upon the situation, you have to bring out the child in you.
Yes, ma'am.
Here one
Last one more question. How to develop interest among online classes? So how can sit in front of laptop like that, ma'am?
I don't think so. Children are having problems sitting in front of laptop. It is only that like no, they have other option of chatting. Which I think the school should decide upon and like no, block the chatting icon itself, because that is what happens sometimes. And sometimes it is like no, this is everything is a new thing. What everybody, let it be you and the child is undergoing. Even the teachers are undergoing something new. So getting adapted to that particular situation is very difficult. See, here it is like no, only you and the laptop, and the teacher is taking, wherein you're not interacting much with the teacher. So automatically you get bored.
And this is like an LKG child actually. I think the parent is asking.
LKG child क्या? LKG child के लिए online classes नहीं है. Government has said no classes for online for LKG children.
We have 2 classes per week, ma'am. Yeah.
That is going to should be only the fun classes, not theoretical classes. No academic classes, only extracurricular.
Yeah, they do some painting and activities and all that. We have not yet
Only
started any
activity
subject.
classes that.
This is more like getting to know the teacher and all. That's what we're doing.
Okay, fine. So the videos are on. The child is allowed to like no, the teacher is allowed to see the child.
Yeah. All videos are on. Yeah.
On. Okay,
Yes, you're
fine.
right. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. So it can be you also sit along with the child for some time. Might be the child is insecure. The child may feel like no, he or she may go somewhere long. So see that you sit in front of, not exactly in front of the laptop, rather in front of the child, so that you encourage them like no, come on, do it. I will cut and give you the paper. Come on, you stick it. I will put the glue and give. You paste it on the book. So this is also something new what the child is undergoing. The entire situation is very new. So we have all seen one-to-one in person, and like, you know, all of a sudden there is something called new online classes. Even when you are going to get back to the normal routine next year, if the child is going to get back, the child is going to face problem. उधर घर में मैं ही थी, मेरा लैपटॉप था, टीचर वहां से रखो कैमरे में बात करते थे, यहाँ इतने बच्चे हैं. So see that the class as the online classes is more interactive, wherein the children are allowed to talk. Because these young ones, like, no, they want to talk, disturb themselves, disturb others. So you should give a chance for the child to talk, randomly pick up children, ask them like, no, some questions, some quizzing, something or the other for their age. So that the child is alert, I may be called this time. Prepare your child. Today the ma'am has sent an SMS saying that she's going to ask questions in the class. So give them that option of like, interacting with the teacher. Because most of the time if the video is there, we see that the mic is muted. So it doesn't disturb the class. So see, a chance is given, an opportunity is given to the child to talk and ask things. And that's it. Thank you.
Go ahead, Faik, man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Jazak.
Yes, ma'am. Questions are over. You can talk. Do you want to continue? Faik, ma'am?
Yeah.
Is there any questions?
No, no questions left, sir.
Yes.
Go
Yes,
ahead,
ma'am.
Faik,
That's
ma'am.
Yes,
Acha.
Jazakallah khair, ma'am. It's really informative for us. Inshallah, your words will bring us in your life drastic change. If you follow your advice, surely everybody those are listening us, definitely they will follow your advice and definitely they can change in their life. Hope so. And thanks for being with us, ma'am. And please pray for us, our school and kids and all the parents. Those are like those are listening here and those are not listening here. So inshallah will bring us like coming days will bring so much of energy and will bring up our kids with good knowledge and inshallah everything. Mashallah, ma'am, and seriously, I don't have any words for your advice. It's too good and very informative, ma'am. And so many
Thank you.
parents
Thank
are,
you, ma.
yes, so many parents
I should really thank Saif Bhai and Abdul Majid Bhai. In fact, they have been like chasing me for past 2 months, but I was not keeping well and I kept on postponing it. And we actually have a lot of plans to do a lot of things to GPS school as such, and I'm indebted to them also. So my best wishes to all the children and like parents, you be a good parent. You can be a good parent. Understand the child, that is more important. See that your mind is healthy and you also give a healthy mind to your child. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah khair, ma'am.
I can just come out, no? Log out, no?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jazakallah.
Thank you. Thanks to all the parents, actually. Thanks for all the parents for active listening and questioning. It really helps. Thank you. Jazakallah. Thank you, Faiz, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you for
thank you.
being
Bhai.
there.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay, we are end the section with dua. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah.